So I've got 7 questions prepared, and would you like to pick a number?
Number 1.
Number 1. So the
Foreshadowing.
question is, what are some goals you have achieved this year, and what did you do to get there? What are some goals you have achieved this year, and what did you do to get there? Philip.
I'm a retired man. What goals do you have as a retired man? You wake up in the morning, you don't have to go to work. So you have to find something to do. So that's my goal. To find something to do. And one of the things I'm going to do is learn how to speak in public. And that's why you can't chase me out of this club. That's what I come for, and that's why I actually offer myself to her. I said, pick me to speak because I want to learn. Now, what's my goal? I joined the Toastmasters Club, and I think I have taken the first step towards learning how to speak. Standing here is a very strange feeling. If you don't know what I'm talking about, try afterwards. Face an audience, suddenly your thoughts all run away. Now, what's the topic? How do I get there? I get there by forcing myself to come. Used to be every week, but now it's once in 2 weeks, this Toastmaster Club. If you ask me, I don't actually like to stand up here, but I force myself to, because the only way to learn how to speak in public is to actually do it. I can't do it sitting down there. Strange. I try, but it doesn't work that way. I have to come up here and interact with you, look into your eyes, and try to interpret how you feel about me. I think you like me. What's the other part? Second part of the topic.
What did you do to get there?
Oh, okay. And I also try to keep fit. And that's another thing I had to force myself. I force myself to go running and walking every day for 1 hour. Half an hour walking, half an hour slow jogging. If it rains, I carry the umbrella. If you see somebody near the stadium with an umbrella on a rainy day, that's me. And I think these are only 2 things I try to do, and I hope with your help and encouragement, I will achieve this goal. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Philip, for sharing your courage with us tonight. Moving on to the second speaker. Any other volunteers? Would you like to come here? Second time.
But
First time as a member?
yeah.
So okay, I'll pick one for you.
Okay.
That is hopefully easy to resonate with. What is something new that you picked up this year, and how has it been going for you?
Something new. Well, I guess I have been attending a lot more sports this year, because previously the most sport I've done is inconsistently going to the gym, or once or twice a month running with my parents. But however, this year I have done boxing for a few months.
Boxing?
Yeah. And I have picked up tennis. Although I haven't been playing it weekly, I have been playing it more frequently, and I suppose the consistency is nice as well. Provides a schedule and hones my skills in playing with a partner. What else have I picked up? Oh, I have also picked up more sports such as netball, so team sports, because previously as well, I've mostly played sports which are individual based. So I suppose like playing sports in a team with people as well is good. Provides teamwork. Enables me to work more with people around me. Good teamwork. I could work well with people. Yeah.
Thank you, Basla. Any third volunteers for the day?
What?
Oh, I heard something from Fahmi. I
Yeah.
heard you say yes. Not today.
What about Q?
Yeah.
Hi, Q. So your question is, would you like to choose a number? Okay. Your question is, how are you going to make the best of the remaining 2 months left in 2024? How are you going to make the best of the remaining 2 months in 2024?
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Again, my name is Q Irfan. You can call me Q. So today is 29th October, and as mentioned before, it's only left 64 days left. So this year, most of my time on sports, I did badminton. Any one of you likes to play badminton?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Okay, so this year, this Friday, I will be joining RTB tournament, inter badminton. So my target, I would like to win the tournament, and hopefully I will be more active in badminton so that next year I could join more tournaments and achieve more medals for myself, not only for myself, and it's good for my health as well. Other than that, I would like to have something that could benefit me for next year. Maybe something like I could quit my job so that I could spend more time on my business and other activities, not relying on my current job at the moment. That's my target for the next 2 months. Hopefully I could get something, especially from this session as well, to improve my communication skills and leadership. So with that, thank you so much.
Thank you. Ambitious goals to end the year. Love it. So do we have time left? One more for one more speaker. Any volunteers? Is that a yes me link? Is that a yes me from me?
Maybe.
Hold on, let me go. Okay. So your question is, what was something that went better than expected, and how has it changed you? What was something that went better than expected, and how has it changed you? Think.
I'll let you know once I know the answer. I'm really know for the answer, yeah.
Should we switch questions?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Like what did I have for my dinner? Something easier.
What is a lesson you've learned in 2024? What is a lesson that you've learned in 2024?
It's something to do with today's topic, reflection. So basically, it's like I reflect myself, what I've done before, and how it changed my life. And yeah, something like that. Details. To be a better man.
Ooh.
Thank you, Ming. So we had five, oh, sorry.
Can I have one more?
One
Okay.
more. Sorry, but I'm out of questions.
Make one up.
You put one on the spot.
Make one up.
So,
Call the person, then just ask a question.
well, I have one.
Okay.
Any volunteers?
So it looks-
Fahmi? Julia? Which one?
Okay, I'm on. Okay.
I'm so bad at taking topics. Hi.
It's a special one.
Oh, it's special one.
I saved a quote.
Oh, it's a quote. Oh no.
So it's a quote from Brian Tracy.
Oh no, Tracy.
It doesn't matter where you came from. All that matters is where you are going. It doesn't matter where you came from. All that matters is where you're going. Share with us how you relate to it.
Throughout my life, there's always things that happen, and I'm sure not just for me, but for everyone here. There are always things that happen to you that are outside of your control, and change the shape of who you are. I think I've always told my mom that I was born under an unlucky star, and my mom agrees and says perhaps I was cursed, because I've had a slew of medical conditions throughout my life. Things happen to me, like for example, getting my bank account hacked, or getting a really bad illness, or dropping out of uni. So a bunch of really bad things. But I think the worst thing that I've ever gone through is the fact that I'm 29 now, and I have not had a boyfriend for 8 years. It hurts, And it's not like I haven't tried. I've been on Tinder, I've been on all the dating apps, Plenty of Fish, Match.com, Bumble. I've been on all the apps. It's just something about me that is just so undesirable. It scares away all the guys. I had a conversation with a friend last week. He was just like, maybe you gotta play hard to get a bit, because you can be frightening. And I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm not scary. I just know what I want and I go and get it. And he's like, yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. So, this year I thought I'd change my New Year resolutions instead of going out there and making a spreadsheet of all the guys I've met and then categorize them under a SWOT analysis. Maybe I should take it easy and let them come to me. I've got a Gantt chart too, But yeah, not everything you gotta work so hard for, even though I'm a huge believer of hard work. So I took a moment to reflect on myself and all the things that perhaps didn't work out. And maybe go for a different kind of tactic. Maybe instead of SWOT analysis and Gantt chart, I should do a mind map and go for maybe some, I don't know, like dating coaching or something. There's so many things I haven't tried. I just need to try harder. So yeah, it doesn't matter how many people have rejected me. It doesn't matter how many matches I've lost. It only matters how many matches that I'll go for. So I contacted about 30 guys last year. Next year I'm gonna do 50. It's all about numbers, guys. If you throw 100 things at the wall, one will stick. And next year, something will stick. Thank you. Back to you,
You will miss you, Lawrence. Thank you. Okay, so I think that is up for our time for table topic. So to summarize and help you with, to assist you in the voting, so there's 2 pieces of paper in front of you. You can take one and vote for the best table topic table topic speaker tonight. To summarize, so Philip has shared that he's a retired man looking for things to do, and he found 2 things: public speaking and to get fit. Basla, who picked up a lot of new sports and trying to be consistent with them. We have Q, having left 64 days. He's trying to play more badminton so that he can win more and get healthy. And on top of that, quit his job and focus on spending more time with your business. And then we have Ming. He wants to be the better man. And Ling Ling. She wants to be she wants to be persistent in her dating game. Cast your votes and we'll come by to collect them after. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Alright, let's give the leader a big round of applause. That was such a contemplative table topic session. It really made all our speakers think a lot, reflect a lot. Today, Charles will be attempting his level 3 project 1. Can you help me press this? Okay. Before I invite him, I would like to call upon his evaluator to brief us on the speech project. This year, this evaluator has successfully sustained her makeup business. Yet, she still aspires to become a super mega rich Tai with a hot billionaire husband. Let's welcome presentation mastery proficient, team collaboration level 2, Lai Ling Ling.
In hindsight, that probably wasn't the best introduction to showcase my credibility as an evaluator.
You rotten yourself.
But anyway, this is about me. Tonight it's about Charles. And Toastmasters, in the Pathways program, we learn a variety of different projects as we go through. And tonight, Charles' project is all about negotiating the best outcome. So in his manual, he was given a bunch of tips, tricks, and techniques about how to navigate a negotiation, which is a discussion between 2 parties to reach a compromise. And after learning from the manual, he is to present as a speech, whether it's from a previous negotiation or a future negotiation that he's about to embark on. If it's a previous negotiation, he is to apply all those learnings to see what he done well as what he could have improved on. And if it's a future negotiation, he is to show us what kind of techniques he will be attempting based on the manual to help him in a better, successful negotiation. I look forward to hearing his story and his interpretation of this manual. All the best, Charles. Good luck, and back to you, Lawrence. Thank you.
Thank you, Ling, for the lucid account of Charles' speech project. Ladies and gentlemen, Charles is an English teacher who is dedicated to helping his students. Despite his hectic schedule, he's currently working very hard to improve his Mandarin Chinese. Isn't it very inspiring and motivational?
Yes.
Tonight, he's going to share with us how to say no, cannot less when faced with less can on Facebook Marketplace. let's discover the fun and power of haggling. Okay, let me go to the next slide. Less can, Charles Buck. Charles Buck, less can. Please.
Thank you, Timmy. As to the question, less can, the answer is most certainly no, cannot. Give me a thumbs up if you've ever tried to buy or sell an item on Facebook Marketplace.
On Facebook.
Oh, we've got some.
Stefano.
Oh, Stefano. The other month, I tried to sell a bin. I created a listing, made a title, made a description, and of course, I added the price, $30. Ding, an immediate response. Less can? Not even a hi. No, the price is 30. I bought it for 45. It's practically new. I write a whole campaign speech selling my bin. No response, no sale. A few moments later, ding, oh, a response. Hi, Nego. At least they said hi. Nego. But then I just quickly Google. No nego. No negotiation. $30. I bought it for 45. It's practically new. I write a re-election campaign speech for my campaign. Ding. Reply. A yellow thumbs up. But no say. A few moments later, ding, another notification. But this time, I wait. Give it some time. Then I look. 10. Not even a dollar sign, not even a question mark, not even words, just the number 10. I don't reply. I don't write anything. I've lost the campaign. Finally, I decide to reply. Thumbs down. Have you ever tried or have you ever resisted negotiation because you just felt it just wasn't who you were, just wasn't the person that you are? You felt that you didn't have the know-how or you just didn't have the temperament. To solve my problem, I sought a higher power. The highest power I know. The highest power in my life. My wife.
Oh.
She is the best negotiator I know. And it is not because she is Chinese. That is at least 70% of the reason. The other 30%, she's got the know-how, she's got the temperament, and she's Chinese. I told her about my Facebook mayhem, my marketplace mayhem. I told her, I'm an orangutan. It's just not in me. It's not in my DNA. I can't do it. She told me, shift your mindset. She then paraphrased Arwen, Lord Elrond's daughter. If you want it, come in, claim it. Thumbs up for Lord of the Rings fans in the room. If you want it, come in, claim it. It isn't personal, it isn't rude. Just shift your mindset. It isn't a negotiation, it's a conversation. It isn't a hassle, it's a hustle. One day I'm scrolling through Facebook Marketplace. A workout bench catches my eye. I immediately hear my wife's words. If you want it, come in, claim it. The old me would have just accepted the price. The price was $300. I would have just, okay. But it was now time for the new me. Time for Charshu Bakwa to step up and show that he wanted to hustle for the muscle. This time, I start the chat. Less Can? Ding, a reply. Can. 150. 180. 150. No budget. 165. 165. So you got a deal. Seal the deal. But the conversation is not over. I continue. Delivery can? Can. Seal the deal. I send him my mobile number. I send my location, and I send thumbs up emoji. I won the campaign, all because I changed my position. I shifted over. Now, can less? Can. I'm more willing to haggle. In fact, I don't think about it as haggling. It is more of a juggling. Think about it this way. The seller probably inflated the price to negotiate. So, as a buyer, I'm expected to juggle. In fact, if I don't juggle, I'm unhappy because I've overpaid. The buyer is unhappy because he didn't get to show me his juggling skills. Shift your mindset. If you want it, come in, claim it. It isn't rude. It isn't personal. It is something that we can all do, and at the end of the day, drop your price, and you never know, you might just meet someone willing to meet you halfway. Thank you.
Wow, what an insightful speech. Thank you so much for sharing your technique. I wonder whether I will be able to shift my mindset as well. Okay, the second speaker is Stefano, who will be attempting level 4 project 2. But before I invite him, let's hear from the evaluator about the objectives of the speech project. For this evaluator, reflection means taking time to raise self-awareness based on what has happened. This year, she became certified as a fitness instructor. Aside from that, she aspires to become a certified breath coach. Everyone, please help me welcome distinguished Toastmaster, Rosanna Yunus.
Thank you very much, Lawrence, for the introduction. And I'm very pleased to be Stefano's evaluator today. So Stefano is doing his level 4 project, which is his second project, and the manual is called Improvement Through Positive Coaching. Through this manual, he actually learns what is coaching and what are the techniques behind coaching. And the idea is to develop and apply the skills for coaching on either a fellow member in his club or in Toastmasters, or a person outside of Toastmasters who can benefit from his experience. And the idea and the purpose of his speech tonight is to reflect on his experience and share with us what was it like as a coach. The speech needs to be well organized and should not be a report of the manual. And I'll be looking out for things on what he had done well, what are the areas for improvement, and how can I further challenge Stefano as he progresses further on his pathway. Good luck, Stefano. Over to you, Lawrence.
Thank you, Rosanna, for the clear explanation. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, Stefano also thought of a mirror when he heard the word reflection. So you need to remember who thought of the word mirror, okay? And remember the names. Later you might be asked this question. This year, Stefano bought a new for him house, and he's going to renovate the house soon. Congratulations. Please put your hands together to help me welcome The Art of Coaching, Unlocking the Puzzle of Success, Stefano Bellina, Effective Coaching Level 3. Stefano Bellina, Effective Coaching Level 3, The Art of Coaching, Unlocking the Puzzle of Success. Over to you.
Good evening, everyone.
Good
evening. Are you familiar with this challenging gadget?
Yes.
It's called the Rubik's Cube. Can you solve it?
No.
Yes.
Oh, very good. And maybe someone thinks for you is impossible to solve. What if I told you that I can solve it, but it took me 36 years to figure it out? I know I look smart, but I'm not that smart. You know, never judge a book by its cover. Anyway, it's not my fault. I was given the Rubik's Cube when I was in elementary school. I still have the cube with me. But I didn't have a coach. So I did try my best for a while, but eventually it ended up in a drawer, in a big drawer. But in the back of my mind, I still had this Rubik's Cube thing to solve. So in 2019, I had the brilliant idea to seek for help. And I found help in a YouTube video. And the YouTube video became my coach. In less than 30 minutes, I conquered the cube. Fast forward from 2019 to now, effective coaching level 4 project 2. It's a speech crafted on a real coaching experience. So I needed to find someone to coach on something. Reflect, reflect, reflect. I look at my wife. She looks at me. I look at my wife. She looks at me. I look at my wife. I will teach you to solve the Rubik's Cube. Ding ding, be careful what you wish for. Your husband may do the same. I will teach you to solve the Rubik's Cube, and I will use the experience to write a speech for toastmasters. She looked at me, she smiled. No way. I don't know how to solve the cube. I will never learn how to solve the cube, and I'm not interested in solving the cube. You're wasting your time. But an effective coach, what is that? An effective coach is also an effective motivator. So aside from begging, which I did a lot, I even tried to explain to my wife, look, it took me 36 years to figure it out, but eventually I find the right guidance, so I promise you unwavering support. I will be sitting next to you, and step by step, you will conquer the cube. And she answered, yes. Well, actually, she answered, okay, we have to do this thing, I will do it for you, but don't take too much of my time. So faithful to my promise to not take too much of her time and understand that I need to adapt to her needs. Because I did the cube because I was keen. She did it for me and she couldn't care less. So I decided to break this complex activity into smaller steps. The first session was the most boring. So we sat and we watched together the same video that was helping me. We went through a cheat sheet that I was printing for her. And I introduced her to the concept of the algorithm that she had to follow to solve the cube. And then, last thing to close the session, practice the two basic moves, the right hand move and the left hand move. Because if you memorize them, when you follow the algorithm, you can go without thinking too much. She was patient enough, she made me happy, she continued, and for the day was enough. Then we had the second session, was solving the bottom layer. Normally is the yellow one, we start with the cross, and then you put in place the corners with the left hand or right hand rules as you please. And that is quite simple, straightforward. She didn't really needed much of my help. But I still compliment her, congratulate, and try to motivate for the next step. The next step is the middle layer. The middle layer is slightly more complex because you have to strategize a bit to put the corners in place. But that's not the big thing. The big thing is you are so happy and you focus on the first layer that you just solved. You don't want to scramble it to fix the second layer. And this is what normally throws people out of the sequence. But I was sitting next to her and I was saying, look, I understand. You have to focus on the algorithm and on the expected output, which is the second layer. What the cube looks like in the process is not really important. She listened to me, and eventually the second layer was conquered. Again, I congratulate and I offer support. And I wanted to keep her in a good mood to continue for the final step. The final step is the third layer. The third layer is a bit more fiddly because you have a couple of more scenarios that you have to evaluate to choose the best move to complete the cube. But most of all, now, you have 2 layers to scramble, and they cost you a lot of hard work to solve. And this is also what confuses her many times, because she started well, and then she goes, oh my God, oh, it doesn't look the same as when I started. I say, of course not, because you are trying to solve it. But that's when she loses track. She loses count of the move, and she loses track of the sequence. And as a coach, sitting next to her, I was trying to the same work without having the cube in my mind, so I could actually point it out. Okay, you missed this step, you forgot to do this thing, or something like that. Eventually, by listening to me and by showing patience, she conquered the cube. The cube was done, and she couldn't believe it. So she asked me, "Did I really do that?" Yes, you did. Can I do it again? Yes. So she tried. This time I tried not to be too much involved. And eventually she conquered the cube. She was very happy. She said, okay, you proved me that I can do this. I didn't really expect. Thank you very much. But it's not my thing. I will not do the cube anymore. All the best for your speech. Okay, not too bad. Anyway, I got the result. I was happy because she reached the purpose. She was happy because she saw that she had the potential that she didn't expect to have. And considering all, helping my wife through the journey of solving the cube was an immensely rewarding experience, because she taught me the transformative power of coaching. She taught me the importance of patience, and she taught me the joy of witnessing someone unlocking their full potential. Say this, coaching does not apply only to solving the cube. Coaching applies to any walk of life. And here is my call to action. Let's all embrace coaching and help people unlocking the puzzle of success by reaching their full potential. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Stefano, for your incredible speech. Okay, now reflecting on your speech, I really look up to the patience, perseverance, and determination you have when coaching your wife. I'm also on the effective coaching pathway, and you really inspired me to attempt my speech projects in the near future. Oh, my VPE is looking at me. Timer, may I know how much time we have for the break? Okay, the next segment is the break. It's now 8:33. The evaluation session should start at 8:40, so shall we have the break for 7 minutes? Everybody, are you okay with that? Alright, while having the break, please help yourself to the refreshment prepared by our member, Toastmaster Hakim.
My initial one was when I figured myself without any keys was 3 minutes. But with the YouTube stuff, 1 minute plus. Yeah, I'm trying to get under 1 minute, but not consistent.
Is Joe leaving? Joe, are you leaving?
No, I'm getting water.
Okay.
Yeah.
How are you? That's good. Yeah, the whole
I snuck in.
I also got a question for you.
Yeah.
How do you use the apostrophe by your name? Is it like Charles and then apostrophe S, or just Charles apostrophe, or do I itu shall apostrophe s.
There's some
It depends on your stance.
you see algorithms, so they see the pattern. And
If
then,
it was
based on the
old
pattern, they know
long time ago, when there was no apostrophe s, it was considered a business name. But the Charles is apostrophe s is fine.
Yeah. I figured it was Charles.
Usually if it's a good little name, they don't get the apostrophe. It just gets the apostrophe. It's a bit weird.
Because I've seen that before. That's why I was wondering what's your.
It used to be the old
You use it for yourself personally. Charles. Thank you for indulging me with the answer.
Don't worry about the 25. I'll just anything else? That's it.
I thought you were wonderful, as usual. Yeah, I was definitely speaking from my
Wow, you
heart.
just joined. You have to talk.
Very powerful. It's very powerful.
Oh, you're playing another sport.
But I'm always so happy to hear you speak, you know.
We speak so that you are also.
Studying something.
When you speak, people listen. Yes. When I speak, people wait to be entertained. Oh, thank you for your kind words. You're too nice. Oh, nah, don't look for me. I'm a terrible person to look for.
I'm just a bit scared of this. I don't I was just like, oh, okay, you say it.
I can tell.
Oh, what do we call this?
It's so terrible when that happens, you know.
I'm just remember to put in money every month for life. So I'll put in like $10. So it's not the end of the 10. So I'll wait for the 11 and I'll put in.
initially I found myself as well. 4 minutes now. Then when you took the other time, I got
But this is how it's and evaluation teaches me how to be
Well done.
Yeah. Which I think too funny useful.
I didn't take, this is a new phone. My phone.
All right.
I was the only reason I was more to come.
Good luck. Keep it up. Keep it up.
And then I don't have a backup.
Oh no! So my name is just a bunch of numbers.
Yeah.
I'm almost
I saved it.
10 years. I'm not like I'm 6, 7, 3,
But it was interesting when people message me.
You can read the
I
line.
want to ask you, you can see your
Okay, basically just go back to previous conversation.
There's all conversations.
They're also gone.
Only thing that remains is 1 minute everybody. Once you start. Yeah. I think it's to do with because because I never had to say anything back up on the speeches. And everybody jump out! Everybody reach the table!
You can bring the food to your table.
Long way to go. Which one we can do together?
Three lines of
5 seconds.
Oh shit, I can't eat right now. Okay, never mind. Cut off.
Alright, welcome back everyone. I hope you have enjoyed the break. Now we are going to move on to the third segment of the meeting, which is the evaluation session. Please help me welcome our general evaluator, Dynamic Leadership Level 1, Jason Koo.
Thank you, Lawrence. How is everyone doing? Good?
Okay.
Alright, so we will have our evaluation session. I will be first inviting our table topics evaluator. Please may I welcome Effective Coaching Level 1, Bobby Hassan.
Wait a few seconds. Still something different. I'll just get it. So, we'll start off quickly with Philip. So he bravely tried on the table topics again. So he went straight into it, answering what, and then why he answered that way, and then and ended with the final message. So it's a very good structure when you're doing table topics. So that's one thing that the table topic speakers can try as well. So he's quite accomplished in general. I don't know if this is going to be a pattern that he usually wins the table topics, but today he has a competitor in Tingling, so we'll see either one.
Tingling is better.
Interestingly, today he was a bit off. I've seen better. So what he can improve on is some of his hand gestures. So his most common gesture is the wise man pose, and his hands in the pocket. In general, it's not recommended to give a speech with hands in your pocket. If you're relaxed in a restaurant position, I guess that's fine. But in proper speech, it's not recommended. But he did have a few good hand gestures as well. When he talked about jogging, his hands when it were jogging, and when he said jogging with an umbrella, he actually opened up an umbrella that we can imagine as well. Next is Bazla on the sports. You don't actually have to mention all the sports, but apparently you've accomplished a lot of the sports. I identify myself as introvert as well. That's why I also do a lot of individual sports. So well done doing, trying all those sports. So you could have waited a bit longer before you spoke. You could take some time. Even in competitions, the speakers may think up to 30 seconds before speaking. So you can think about what you want to say, why you said it, and what's the takeaway from that. What you could improve vastly is on your expression. So you're mostly reserved with your hands on your back and your eye contact. So they had more of your attention than we did. So we felt left out. So please go around the room. You can take an example from Charles. He tends to be up front here and then gives everyone his attention, like a moving fan. Next up is Q. Again, very brave to try to do the table topics. It was obvious that you were nervous, especially with your hand gesture in the beginning. So the most common nervous hand gesture is the clasping and as if you're scared to express yourself, to show yourself. So it's good that you shared your personal goals, which is to win a tournament. So apparently you're very good at badminton. So I'm not going to challenge you. And it's interesting that you shared that you want to focus on your business and potentially quit your job. So if you had more time, you could probably share more on that. Next up, Ming, you went straight into it as well. You could have shared more. Not the worst table topics. You could ask some members here what was their worst table topics. You're not the worst. But that also just means that you can improve the most. So you briefly try, and next time again the structure you could do the what, the answer to the question, why, and then the takeaway. So take your time next time in answering the question. Also brave to ask for another topic. We usually just take whatever topic. Ning Ling, it took a few seconds. You took a few seconds to think about the question. You had very good hand gesture and vocal variety. And what is this to improve? I can't read my own handwriting. I think it was more on the structure. I think it could have been better, but I can't read my own handwriting. I'll talk to you later on that. But the best one is about your vocal variety, where there were certain points that you're very emotional that people took the most attention, especially when you're talking about when you're 29 and talking about next year something will stick. So that was quite memorable. That's it from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Bobby. I will reserve my evaluation for Bobby at the first juncture here. And right now, I would like to invite back our table topic masters to present the best table topic speaker for tonight. Please help me to welcome Toastmaster Amelia Cole.
Hi everyone. Like Bobby shared earlier, it was a match between Philip and Ling Ling. So it was a very close match, and the winner Ling Ling.
Thank you for believing in me.
And she'll give her a 1 minute speech.
Oh, the picture, no?
Oh, picture.
Picture.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Thank you.
If only I can win at life how I win the table topic. But yeah, I hope this can be a sounding board for everyone to never give up on your dreams, never give up on anything. Even if people tell you no, keep going. Even if you're not supposed to do it, keep going. In the end, it doesn't matter. Just keep going. Thank you.
Thank you, Ling Ling. I don't think I need coffee for tonight because your topic really sticks in my mind. Alright, so next up would be our previous speech evaluator for the two speeches we listened to just now. First up who was the first speaker? Charles, but of course.
Yeah.
For Charles' speech, please help me to welcome our evaluator. Of course, welcome her back. Presentation Mastery Proficient Ling Ling.
Alright, taking a funny Ling Ling hat off and back to serious Ling Ling. Thank you very much everyone for the opportunity. I think everyone heard the same speech I did just now, and I don't know about you guys, but I was so entertained, and so I was riveted by Charles' speech. For me, I think this might just be Charles' best speech yet. It was engaging, it was entertaining, and it was enlightening too, what with the lessons he shared at the end. And this is due to a number of techniques that enhance and emphasize the message of his speech, which I will go through before sharing my recommendations for Charles. Charles' greatest strength for me is his mastery of his words. I think you might have noticed some of the English turns of phrases that he's inserted into his speech to the point where almost every sentence has something interesting or unique about it. His speech was chock full of puns and wordplay, and it wasn't a hassle, it was a hustle. We gotta hustle for the muscle. Meet someone who will meet you halfway, meet someone who will meet you halfway, meet someone who will meet you halfway. So I thought these were really clever, and I could feel how much Charles enjoyed writing his speech on top of saying his lines and delivering it as well. This kind of speech, I could really see Charles using this as his calling card in the future, because it's not something that everyone can do. Another thing I appreciated about his presentation was the repetition that he put into it. Maybe because of his workshop that he did, with all the repetition, he wanted to, walk the talk, put his money where his mouth is. So I thought that he honestly made this masterful craft of a speech with the election campaign, re-election campaign, I lost the campaign. I thought that was so interesting. The repetitions of the thumbs up, thumbs down, and of course, his message, if you want it, come and claim it. I thought this really demonstrated how much effort he put into the speech crafting, because honestly, this kind of meticulous speech crafting, it doesn't write itself. So there was so much careful planning and effort involved in writing this entire speech. I really have to commend Charles for putting this much thought into his craft. Now, when it comes to the recommendations, when I look at this speech, I can honestly see a champion in the making. This is the kind of speech that you can actually compete with and get quite a decent ranking in it. Now, but whether or not it can win, I think this is where we have to dive a little deeper. Something I would perhaps suggest for Charles is to take a deeper look into the delivery of the speech. Now that you've got the writing down pat, it's all about how you can leverage the things you've written to convey the message even more deeper and more effectively to the audience. For example, utilizing pauses more often. There was a lot of jokes I feel like could have had a greater impact if it had built up with a bit more dramatic pauses, a little bit more, wink, wink, eye nudge. So this kind of exaggerated dramatization, it builds rapport and camaraderie with the audience. So when it comes to telling jokes, these are something that perhaps you have to take in considering before you land the punchline. And there were so many as well with a laugh almost every half a minute. There are lots of opportunities for you to build up the strength of the jokes as they go on. Another thing I would also look into is the message itself. While there was a lot of repetition with if you want to come and claim it, I would suggest that perhaps to have a stronger link within the speech, because I felt like it only came in the bottom half of the speech. The top half, I felt like there wasn't much if you wanted, come and claim it. So if there was more emphasis on perhaps not trying hard enough or not claiming it as you said in your message, perhaps it would tie in better with the first half of the speech, thus leading to a greater link throughout and a stronger tie to the message. And of course, I think the emotions within the speech as well, I felt that it could have been, again, better dramatized, because I felt like throughout the speech it was just cheeky Charles, I feel that if they had a bit more slowing down, a bit more serious near the end, then the message would sink in better and have a greater impact rather than staying, above board. This is really funny, and then the message would remain on that funny note, and it wouldn't have that note of gravity required for people to take that message in. These are my thoughts and recommendations for Charles should he take them forward. I mean, if he wants to compete, if he wants to get number one, I don't know. Maybe. Who can I say? I've never got the number one. So those are my thoughts. Thank you very much for listening to me. I pass the floor back to Jason.
Thank you, Ling Ling. Next up, our speaker, Stefano Bellina. Please help me to welcome distinguished Toastmaster Rosanna Yunus.
Thank you very much, Jason, our General Evaluator. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Especially Stefano. Welcome to the Brunei Speakers Club, and thank you for presenting your speech here. I felt that Stefano started out his speech well in terms of giving the context of the skill that he possesses, which was, I felt like a very interesting twist as he introduced the Rubik's Cube to us and giving us an insight into his life, how he had become proficient in actually being able to solve a Rubik's Cube. Then the interesting twist took place is that in order to fulfill this speech, he needed to coach someone. So I really liked that banter that he had with his wife. It was nice, sweet, and sincere, and I could tell that one of the things that Stefano has is his humor. He's able to convey his story in a conversational style that's easy to follow throughout. So in terms of the structure, it is well thought out. You can clearly determine what is the opening, the body of the speech, which is the process of the coaching, and which is also easy for us to visualize. And then coming to a conclusion, he even had a call to action for all of us to take home with. And I thought that was the foundation that you need in Toastmasters, which is essential to writing good speeches. Now, in terms of an area for improvement, I would like Stefano to really think about the development of the conclusion. The reason why I say this is because you started out the speech strong, setting the context, and then you took us through that coaching process, which is part of the purpose of the project. So in terms of the fulfillment, you did have that. But in bringing the call to action, I felt it was brief. And I felt that you could have actually extended the depth or the emotion of the feeling in which, why coaching, everyone should do coaching. Yes, there was a description of it's a rewarding experience, it taught me a lot of patience, it was a joy to unlock another person's potential, and everybody should do coaching. So here's my call to action. So I felt that you could have spent at least another 30 seconds more in developing this conclusion. And I felt that in terms of its delivery, you could have delivered also with more of a punch. I felt that the energy had tapered off towards the end. Okay, so this leads me to my challenge to you, is to, as you progress into going to your level 5 projects and your future speeches and your next pathway and so on and so forth, is to look into your delivery. And when I talk about this, it's about that finesse of really playing around with vocal variety and pauses. I think in terms of gestures, it's there. But this is another component, what Ling Ling said, to bring it to another level. So for example, in the opening, while it is attention getting itself with the Rubik's Cube, and he goes, you could just go, are you familiar with this? Pause. Do you know how to solve it? Well, I did, but it took me 36 years. Right? So those are rhetorical questions with pauses, doesn't necessarily need a response from the audience, and the audience will automatically respond anyway, but it captures the audience's attention even more. And then when it comes to the story, while as smooth as you are in terms of delivery, add more character to your wife through conversation, through body stance, just so that you go, well, this is an interesting banter between him and his wife. And then when you talked about that rewarding experience, that patience, joy, someone's potential, it's the emphasis even more to match that emotion of, it was such a rewarding experience. It taught me so much patience. But that joy of unlocking someone's potential is amazing, that everyone should have the opportunity to experience. And that's why I call out to you, coach someone today. You will not regret it. To that effect. So then we get really sunk in and we want to be there as part of your call to action. So overall, Stefano, I felt that in terms of structure, it was strong. You used humor really well. You shared a lot of your heart and sincerity in a conversational style that was easy to follow. And most importantly is that you were able to share with us a reflection of coaching through your experience of coaching your wife, how to resolve a Rubik's Cube. And I definitely look forward to you coaching me one day. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rosanna. Right, so I will begin my first part of my general evaluation report. And just learning from Charles' workshop last time, we remember the things last. So I will evaluate Ling Ling and Zana first on the prepared speech evaluation. First up, Ling Ling and Zana have pretty much a structure. So if you all remember, the structure was really complimenting, really highlighting the strengths of the two speakers, followed by the recommendations and the challenges, which was common. For Ling Ling, what I really like about Ling Ling is I do feel that you were really encouraging in the beginning. You were really lifting Charles to the very top. Like world-class speaker, winning and that's good, for Charles. And what you did well is also you had the power of two, right? So you highlighting the strengths of mastery of words, repetitions. What's good about Ling Ling is she gives really quick example of what does she means by the mastery of words, the repetitions like the thumbs up and the claiming. I think that was sufficient enough for Charles to know what he did well. Followed by the recommendations would be an area where I thought you let down a little bit. That was the part you put down your iPad, if you remember. You were very structured and following the notes until to the point where this is the crucial part, the ending, closing part. You were starting to find words, and a lot of the advice were quite mixed up together. So you say things like the jokes, the pauses, the dramatization, and the strength of jokes, and you also talk about the message. I felt that went a bit technical, simply because there were too many technical advices all at one time. Perhaps what Zana did, something to learn from Zana, what she did is focus on two, and Zana demonstrated it, right? On how Stefano could do the Rubik's Cube, practicing the power of pauses, or using vocal variety. Something meaning probably less is more. Maybe focus on one or two areas like the jokes or the pause. So Charles could really brief in a little bit because you're putting him to the top. You need to bring him down a little bit as well. Alright, so on Zana, like I mentioned, Zana also have that structure. I like the simplicity, and again, like I mentioned, in the ending, you really demonstrated to Stefano what he could have done in certain parts. That also demonstrates your proficiency in really the observation and listening to Stefano. Well done on that. Yep, and I like how you were brave enough as a seasoned evaluation to give technical advice, like perhaps you could spend 30 more seconds to this part. So that is something that you well thought of, and that could help Stefano to have add the impact of his speech. Otherwise, well done to both evaluators. Next, I would like to move on to the table topics. Master, Amelia, I like how cheerful, how peaceful, how light and friendly your composure were when you came in to introduce your role and also to host the session. I think that really bring at ease. We have two members and two guests who were willing to try the topics, and the topics were apt for today's theme of the day, reflection. And you really play a good host in ensuring that people felt comfortable throughout the start and the end. One observation that I have for you could be the length of your topic. So for example, if remember Philip had to ask 2 times what were the topics, so perhaps keep it short, right? So just for example, the topic for Philip was what are the goals you achieved this year and what to do to get there. Perhaps you could say what were your biggest goal and why are you proud, for example. And that would really help speaker to think less and have more ability, more space to perform. But otherwise, well done. Table topics, evaluator Bobby. I think you have an app for your observation skill, especially, not sure you all know about kinesthetic.
kinesthetic is a form of movements and ability, and Bobby managed to capture movements, capture the expression, and that ties in with the content of the speaker. So every time when you elaborate a speaker, you will be able to not only understand the content, but also the expression and movements of that. And maybe one suggestion for Bobby, sometimes the feedback coming from you could come in a little bit bold. For example, things like you mentioned, he was a bit off. Perhaps rephrase it in a way that, why was someone off? How was it off? Why was someone not performing the way that they performed before? There could also be words like nervous, for example, you appeared nervous. Substantiate why nervousness? Why no hands in the pocket? So I think it's about the why behind some of the words you mentioned about the speaker. That will help the speaker to understand a little bit more. Why should I move a little bit more? Why should I not put hands in the pocket? Otherwise, I think with observatory skills and kinesthetic ability, you'll be able to help the speaker and even more next time. Otherwise, well done. That ends my first part of my evaluation. I'll continue to invite our role players. Next up, we have our grammarian. Please give a warm applause to Toastmaster Zaki Zakaria.
Hello again, everyone. From my grammarian report, I would like to mention some of the quotes that I prefer to mention for this evaluation. Firstly, would be faded. I force myself to go running every day. And then mentioned by Fazla, consistency is nice. And then in Charles' speech session is, if you want it, come and claim it. Then shift your mindset, which really highlighted the idea of the work that they reflect. The second meaning, think deeply or carefully about. And then lastly is mentioned by Stefano, let's all embrace coaching and helping people on unlocking their potential, which highlighted his pathway in effective coaching. For my next presentation of evaluation is, I want to highlight the word SWOT analysis, which mentioned by Lai Ling. For your information, SWOT is a short form for strength, weakness, opportunity, and strength. It's a simple structure, but a well-known structure for in a business, in any case, analysis. So I want to highlight that. For my last report, I would like to report on the people that use and the number of users that uses the word of the day. For Lawrence, he had used the word reflect for 13 times. For Bobby, 1 time. For me, myself, 3 times. Hakim, just once. Amelia, 3. Min, 2 times. And lastly, Stefano, 3 times. So that's all from me. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, Zaki. You forgot one thing. Jason, 0 times use of reflection. Remember, we still have time to use the word reflection. Thank you. I will leave my report in the second part of my general evaluation report. Next up, I'm honored to invite our art counter report and who said what. Please give a big round of applause to Toastmaster Amira Zakaria.
Hello everyone.
Hello.
Hi. And now I'll be doing my art counter report. So far, Irfan had 11, which is 7 and 4 times. And then Ming, he had 2, he did 2 times. Emilia around 3 times and 2 times. Bobby, who is the champion
For the second week in a row.
I stopped counting after 35 us.
Same story last week.
I did 2 us and 1 and then Ling Ling did 11. For us, 8 1 and 1 Jason, he didn't have any but he did said like 1 time, 2 times and right 3 times. Bazla, you did 4 us and 1 and Zaki did 2 us. The others, congratulations, you didn't have any filler words. Now for the who said what session. Okay, firstly, who was called the quality controller?
Jason.
Next, this person is someone we can't chase him out of the club.
Philip.
Then this person has a tournament coming.
Q.
Okay, who became a master haggler?
Charles.
Charles you.
Who made a spreadsheet of potential boyfriends?
Ling Ling.
Yeah, doesn't work.
Okay, who thought of the word mirror for reflection?
Ooh. Me, Stefano, and Zaki.
Where did the Rubik Cube ended up when Stefano was in elementary school?
In a drawer.
Lastly, what's Ling Ling's advice in life?
Keep going.
Keep going.
Just do everything.
Keep going. Keep going.
That's all from me. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you, everyone. Well done. Next up, we're coming to the timer report. Let's see how we did on time. Could we give another applause to Toastmaster Hakim Arifin?
Alright, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Timer report. Meeting start at 07:35 p.m. Sergeant at Arms took 3 minutes, and before Toastmaster of the evening took over, which is at 07:40 p.m. And table topic master took 1 minute and 9 seconds. Table topic evaluator took 47 seconds for introduction. Grammarian took 1 minute and 7 seconds for introduction. Counter took 46 seconds. Timer and tips took 2 minutes and 3 seconds to explain role. Lastly, general evaluator took 1 minute and 24 seconds. Table topic session start at 07:54 p.m. For the first speaker, Philip took 2 minutes and 21 seconds. Bazla took 1 minute and 34 seconds. Q Irfan took 2 minutes and 5 seconds. Ming took 21 seconds. And Ling Ling took 2 minutes and 43 seconds. Table topic session ended at 08:12 p.m. For prepared speech, evaluator Ling Ling introduced took 1 minute and 18 seconds, followed by speaker number 1, Charles Bach, which took 6 minutes and 30 seconds to deliver his speech, and he is within time. For evaluator Rosanna, introducing prepared speech of the speaker was 54 seconds, and for the prepared speech by Stefano, took 7 minutes and 45 seconds, and he's not within time. The break started at 08:33 p.m. and ended at 08:40 p.m., which took 7 minutes. For the evaluation, table topic evaluator Bobby Hassan, speech time requirement 4 minutes. He took 5 minutes and he's within time.
5 minutes on that? Atau 4 minutes 30?
No.
No, 4 minutes 30
No,
is,
I'm
yeah.
sorry. So it's not within time. Table topic master Amelia took 1 minute. For speech time requirement 1 minute. Time was 41 seconds. She's within time. Acceptance speech Ling Ling 1 minute. She took 16 seconds. For speech evaluator 1 Ling Ling, speech time requirement 3 minutes. She took 5 minutes and 6 seconds. For speech evaluator number 2 Rosanna, speech time requirement 3 minutes. She took 4 minutes and 42 seconds. So both are not within time. For general evaluator Jason Pu, speech time requirement 4 minutes. Time taken was 06 minutes and 10 seconds. Not within time. For grammarian Zaki 3 minutes. He took 2 minutes and 10 seconds. He is on time. And counter Amira took 2 minutes and 51 seconds. She's within time. And as for me, I'm over time. I took 3 minutes and 10 seconds. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Zaki. You're a very honest timer. Alright, I think by now you all know the drill. I will evaluate from the end up to the very top. So first up, Zaki. First of all, Hakim. Hakim. First of all, Hakim, what I like about your timer is that you were really structured. So I sat beside you, and what Zaki had were 2 papers. One paper that have all the columns and tables and the timing, everything ready, and you weren't prepared something to prepare for your role introduction. And I was especially, let me use the word hypnotized when you explain the timing report. I was never so attached to the timer until you really demonstrate the green, amber, red, come again, green, amber, red. I think that really made us, you have a side that really made us really look at the light, so well done on that. And I really like the report that you had, very precise recording because of that structure you had. You were able to tell us the speech requirement 4 minutes, Jason 5 minutes, the speech requirement 2 minutes, this 0812 p.m., 0754 p.m. You know what that does to you is that it could lead you time, right? Because you had that structure, you were following the columns, speech requirement, this and that. Maybe my challenge to you is try another time with the structure, and the very next time, leave without the timetable and so on. And because once you do that, what happens is it goes into your mind. You already automatically know how much grammarian is, speech evaluator is. On top of your mind, you said, oh, 4 minutes. So Jason, you're 1 minute over time. So try that, and I hope that will make your timer report more hypnotizing that way. Well done. So the next, so moving back would be accountant who said what? Amira Zakaria, you have, I think this is the first time I evaluate you and Zaki. For you, you have that very calm demeanor. Like, you were saying something like so, like really to our face, like how many us and ums, but hearing your voice and your calm approach, it feels okay. It's alright, more than 35 times, it's actually alright. so you give us that calm really is alright, right? Really calm, composed, and I really like that how much ranges you cover, the ums. I was thinking you could only do ums, you ums, oh, something like that, and you even cover like light, right, and I think that is fantastic. That is exactly what each of us, when we are beginning our speech journey, or even right now for me, many years,
it's something worth for me to know. Like, yeah, like you know and right. Thanks for highlighting that honestly as well. When it comes to the who said what session, I felt the questions were good. There were who's, what, where. The only thing I observed is that there were more who questions. There were a lot of who, until the last two questions is the where and what. You could really play around. You could really play the what, the when, the why. Even if you ask who was wearing tie and so on, because that would really test not only our listening skills, our observation skills as well. So that challenged us to the max. That's the intention. No one gets to fall asleep during your session. I hope you'll do well again. Take that feedback for the next one. Thank you, Amira. Well done. Zaki, Zakaria. So I was sitting beside him as well. So I was sitting beside two gentlemen, and I was getting skeptical. Zaki's notes were very brief. It was like halfway in the meeting. Why were there only 2 or 3 pointers? I was skeptic. Zaki, are you sure you have the 3 minutes in your control? He did. I was impressed that, from that really brief notes, he was able to point things out, like the phrases that the toastmasters delivered and the SWOT analysis. Wow, I didn't thought about you will go to that extent and really tell us, not everyone know about SWOT analysis, and give us what it means and what's the definition of it. Well done on that, Zaki. And I also think you play our counter role tonight. You won't tell us how many times one use the word reflect in your report, and I think that is just essential, right? You give us that awareness. Sometimes could we always use the word reflect, right? We need to reflect upon that. And on the work, itself, reflect. Maybe this comment goes with the entire planning team here. I felt the word reflect was slightly overused to the point where the TME used it as a theme of the day. Even all the introductions from Lawrence has the reflection in there, goes to Amelia with the reflection topic, goes to the word grammarian reflect. Ooh, perhaps grammarian, Zaki, since you are Googling and stuff, maybe use the same context of reflect, but find a synonym of it. I was doing a brief research. I may be wrong, right? Oh, right. I may be wrong. Reflect, synonym could be manifest, could be ponder, could be resonate. So something to challenge us again, because we learn one word every 2 weeks. Maybe the next time when we write our essay or do our conversation, we could use another word of reflect. So well done on that. Something for everyone to be challenged. Overall, good job, Zaki. Last but not the least, we have the double roles, SAA and TME. Lawrence, how I like the cheerful introduction from you. You always give us that not too exaggerated but effective delivery, and that brings us at ease. I've never been to BSC for a while, and tonight I felt really calm from the vibe that you delivered. Well done. And not only that, right? Not only that, you were well prepared. So you have cue cards. You even have prepared the role players with introductions, the reflections, and I thought you did enough to set up the meeting. As a SAA, I also like how you even take up the meet up the guests when the guest meet comes up, ask their name, we'll prompt you for some introduction. I thought flow managing wise, well done, Lawrence. There were a lot of notes here I need to learn from Zaki how to structure that. Maybe one of few tips before I end for Lawrence as TME is to really challenge ourselves, not only for Lawrence but also for future TME.
as a floor manager, your responsibility is also to ensure the overall setting, including where the guest sits. So there were two gentlemen there sitting there. Perhaps they could fill up the table, because it's always great to have a great presence in front. So something to take note. Otherwise, I really enjoyed tonight's atmosphere. I thought this is a great learning environment. Everyone really took their time, immersed in their thinking and delivery. And I also could see the audience are really focused and listen to everything that has happened in tonight's meeting. Last but not the least, it's a great reflection meeting. Please keep up the great work. And with that, I pass the floor back to your Toastmaster of the evening, Lauren Howe.
Alright, thank you, Jason, for hosting the evaluation. I believe it has been a fruitful one for every one of us. Before I pass the control of the meeting to our president, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to the role players, the speakers, especially you, Stefano, who came all the way from Otters, and the evaluators as well. Let's give them a big round of applause. Last but not least, I wish everyone the best of luck in your journey towards becoming more reflective and effective. Thank you, everyone. President, the floor is now yours.
26. We'll probably finish 9:35 maybe. I'll try to make this quick. Announcement of next PME according to the test should be. Who's supposed to be scheduled?
The TME.
The
Yeah.
TME.
Yeah,
So
next
there's
TME.
there's 2 meetings coming up for November, right?
Yes.
So for 12th of November, it's a workshop. So Ling Ling will do a workshop
Ah, yes.
focusing on delivery skills. It's going to be a night of poetry.
Oh.
And then on the 24th of November, we'll have a normal meeting, and in the queue to be TME is Amelia. And then on the 6th of December, it's a special edition. We're going to have a speech marathon, which, sorry, I roped in Brunei Speakers Club as the main organizer. But it's for the area. But it's for the area.
It wasn't like, oh, that's funny now. That was like, oh, are you serious?
And then December, I assume we won't have meetings.
We'll see. So for you looks back. So the next official PME will be Amelia.
Yes.
In the normal meeting.
Sorry, can I interrupt? According to our timer, the eligible evaluators are Zaki, our grammarian, and Amira, our art counter. So, ladies and gentlemen, can you please cast your vote using the small...
Who are they?
Cast your vote using the paper. I'll be walking around to collect your vote.
I'm not getting into this family dispute.
So Amiran or Marian or Lisa? Something like.
No, family dispute.
I don't know, it's too tight.
It's too. And you know, they're different roles. I don't want to be responsible for the family playing favorites.
While the evaluator votes are being tallied, let's just go on to the next one. We'll come back to that. I think maybe I'll remember that. So, guest comments. Starting from Fahmi. There's a part of table topics. Some guest comments. So, what do you think about the meeting today?
I wasn't expecting like the meetings like today because I thought it's just like a workshop that I kept previously. So it's a meeting that held like this was very for me insightful for me. So was excited to join again next time probably. Yeah. honesty. I love the feedback, and yeah, I would like to come again next time.
Yeah, we'll start with me first.
Don't know what to say.
What do you think? How do you like it?
I wouldn't say I like it.
But
yeah, because the thing is, I don't know. Personally, I feel that it's very the atmosphere is very how do you say? It's more like a meeting, It's like it's like I'm not. Because after work, I come here. Maybe listen to something. Maybe more of a friendly type of atmosphere rather than like a very strict.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm strict now.
No, it's like, we off the phone and silent and
Okay.
this sort of thing is like it's like we're in a conference with a team, yeah.
Okay.
But that's just me.
Yeah. I hope you can come back to our next meeting, which is a training meeting, so it's a slightly different atmosphere. So we'll see. We'll hope to see you then. Okay, thank you.
Wow, I've already hit my for the day. I really enjoyed it. Speeches were great. Table topics were very varied, very entertaining. I would come back again. I think that's what it is. We'll come back again. Yeah.
Okay,
Thank you for having me.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so I'll just announce the best evaluator goes to drum roll.
Mr. Maria!
The sister Atira. Social media. 2, 3. Okay. Next one is the members' feedback. Any members want to provide feedback? Yes.
I just want to personally thank Hakim. Normally I come early and I help with the venue, but because I was doing a speech, I was like, I might come a bit later. And Hakim's stepped up. He's feeling a bit ill, but he helped set up the venue. He also brought some eats, so he's definitely the hero for the night. Thank you.
Any other members' feedback?
Stefano first.
Stefano.
More than a feedback is just I want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to do my speech here. I want to thank you, Rosanna, for evaluating me. The first time didn't really work out. In the far 2021.
Oh yeah, I remember, yeah.
This time we made it happen, so thank you very much. Thank you also, Jason, for trying twice to evaluate me. Maybe next time.
Over time.
And I want to congratulate because the meeting was very well organized, went very well. All the role players did their work amazingly. It's really a pleasure to be here and be part of this meeting and listen to you guys. So thank you very much again. Thank you.
So I want to first and foremost recognize Lawrence because Lawrence actually set up a separate chat group to get us all organized and in preparation for tonight. He had lists, he had scripts, he had references,
He had a survey.
and he had a survey. These are all greatly appreciated because it goes to show that in order for a meeting to run successfully, it really is about the preparation. And Lawrence really set a very high bar as a Toastmaster of the evening, and I'm so grateful for that. Thank you so much, Lawrence, for coming back as a member. Then I want to recognize Hakim. It's also your first time doing a role. He's our newest member, and here he is, so dedicated to Brunei Speakers Club. What would we do without you, Hakim? And you've only been with us such a short time, so I want to say thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. And then I want to just also comment on Zaki. As he stood there tonight delivering his grammarian report, I thought, Zaki sounds louder than normal.
Yeah.
And he's not. Okay. And he wasn't mumbling.
Yeah.
And he spoke with so much clarity.
Yeah.
And I thought, wow, what a development. So Zaki, I want to see you more up there. I think you're doing a fantastic job. Keep it up. And also Amira, our VPPR, she is so gentle on stage, yet so powerful in terms of presence and her delivery, telling us, putting us in our place about our ums and our us. that was gently done. She was very strong. Especially telling your president. Well done, Amira. Congrats on Best Last two things. Thank you, Stefano, for stepping up and coming all the way here to Brunei Speakers Club to present your speech. We really appreciate you for doing that and for being evaluated here. You have, I remember now one of your earliest speeches, and this is like 300, like turnaround, 100% turnaround. So it just goes to show that with consistency comes improvement and progress, and you demonstrated that tonight. So I remember the past and the now Stefano. So well done, Stefano. Lastly, to my area director, he stepped in at the last minute for my roles general evaluator. Thank you so much, Jason. Let's give him a round of applause.
If no other members feedback, none. Okay, then AOB, any other business, any other announcements?
Don't forget Poetry Night.
Poetry Night.
On 12th November.
Yeah, next 2 weeks. So more on the delivery. Okay. We'll
You want Charles to help you? 12th November.
What's something for?
Poetry Night! Poetry Night!
Yes.
So you're not helping me?
I can assist. I know poems. Yes, I know poems. Yes.
Okay, anything else? Any other business? Because we have correction, not the newest member anymore. The newest member is now Basla. There's supposed to be an induction.
Yes.
So we have to do the induction process.
Yes.
Okay, then.
With a smile, Bobby.
with us, that's fine. So, fellow Toastmasters, it's now our duty and privilege to induct one new member into the Brunei Speakers Club. This is an important occasion both for this new member and for our club. These individuals have come to Toastmasters seeking to improve their communication and skills, and we now have an opportunity to help them learn, grow, and achieve. I will now call our new member forward and ask them to join me at the lectern. Please withhold applause until the ceremony is completed. Welcome, Basla Khairul. Come up to the front, please. So formality sikit lah. I'll try to make it quick. Try. So 5 more minutes and then we have a group photo and we'll end it. So okay. Basla Khairul, you are a general organization that has helped more than 4 million people learn to communicate more effectively. As member of the Brunei Speakers Club, you will benefit from a proven program of self-development. You will become part of an outstanding group of people who are dedicated to helping one another in a spirit of sharing and enjoyment. Madam Vice President of Education, have these new members been given an opportunity to discuss their needs and goals with the club? And have they been told how the Toastmasters program works and informed of the many benefits they will receive as well as the obligations of membership?
Not yet in completeness.
Okay, so we'll do that later. And have they been assigned a mentor?
She will after this.
She will after this. We'll go on with that later. So, okay. So, I think I'm just gonna make it quick. So, just affirm the membership by repeating these following words. I, Basla Khairul, in the presence of fellow members
in the presence of fellow members
of the Brunei Speakers Club,
of the Brunei Speakers Club,
make this firm obligation
make this firm obligation
to attend meetings regularly
to attend meetings regularly
and prepare fully for each assignment,
and prepare for each assignment,
to apply myself to the projects outlined in the Toastmasters education program,
to
apply myself to apply myself to the projects
apply myself to the projects
outlined in the Toastmasters education program,
outlined in the Toastmasters education program,
to participate actively in club activities, to participate actively in
to
club
participate
actively
there to participate actively in club activities,
to evaluate others in a positive, constructive manner,
to evaluate others in a positive, constructive manner,
to build open, friendly relationships
to build open, friendly relationships
with my fellow members,
with my fellow members,
and to bring other new members into the club
and to bring other new members into the club
so that they can also gain the benefits of Toastmasters.
so that they can also gain the benefits of Toastmasters.
Thank you. Now I will invite all the club members and members only. Please stand and repeat your club's pledge to each new member. We, the members of the Brunei Speakers Club,
We, the members of Brunei Speakers Club,
pledge to support you
pledge to support you
in your quest for self-development,
in your quest for self-development,
to provide you
with
positive, helpful evaluations,
with positive, helpful evaluations,
to maintain a friendly, supportive atmosphere,
to maintain a friendly, supportive atmosphere,
to give you opportunities to help others,
to give you opportunities to help others,
and to make your Toastmasters membership
and to make your Toastmasters membership
a rewarding and fulfilling experience.
a rewarding and fulfilling experience.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Last one is closing remarks. I actually enjoyed Stefano's speech because I actually can solve this myself in a few minutes. 1 minute is my personal test.
Wow.
But I did it initially by myself. As a kid, technically a genius. But then I only was able to solve it in 4 minutes on average, 3 minutes and a half. But with the advent of YouTube, I was able to learn faster methods and was able to solve it within 1 minute. So the lesson is, you can do anything by yourself if you focus on it, but you could probably do it faster with a lot of guidance. I think I might have done something wrong here. So I believe that this club is a very good place to learn how to do it very fast. So if you want to do it in a fast way, if you want to do it in a slow way, you can also do it yourself. But with the help of others, you can actually reach your goals a lot faster. So for the guests, I invite you to try the club out. And for the members, take every opportunity you can by joining the meetings and getting help from other members if you need it. With that, I end the next meeting.
What did you do?
I'm To be honest, the trick I was doing was I think it's a repetitive trick. Yeah, it's a repetitive trick. But I can actually solve it properly. Yeah.
I love how you did your closing remarks like completely out of breath.
I don't know why. Thinking requires oxygen.
I don't know, you were multitasking technically.
Yes.
For Chinese New Year?
Okay. For the New Year. Okay.
Wait, before New Year, speech marathon.
Just nice.
Frank's gonna do a speech in January. I'm waiting for Philip to confirm when he's gonna do this.
Be fun. There. You want to do another speech? 10 seconds.
10 seconds.
Oh. Is that 8 or 5?
Is that new phone?
It's okay, is it
No.
fun?
Or you just interrupt the timer?
Or is it like new case? No. Okay. We're just unobservant. Are you sure?
Well.
It wasn't
Wasn't freestyle?
freestyle. You need to take a picture with the roommates.
Okay, yeah, sure.
That's like that's completed.
You need to complete it before the timer goes off.
Okay. I'll usually start aside.
Freestyle, right?
It's a freestyle.
Yeah.
There we go. Thank you, everyone.
Would you like to introduce your mentor?
Hi, Tessa. We are so excited. Thank you for joining tonight's event. I think we'll have a lot of fun. Thank I'm trying not to say, but I promise that I will include how your progress numbers. So yeah, we'll talk a bit later about what your expectations of bringing the Oh yeah! Bro! Did you manage to finish it before the timer went off or no?
I remember. I'm very glad I could really sit for the I really want this one speech. Maybe. I'm not sure. I joined in 2020. I'm trying to
One where they don't have, or maybe I have to December.
President in 2020.
If there is a law, then we will
I'm glad I saw it.
Then we need it. Have you signed into the website yet? Have you taken the quiz yet? Okay, that'll be the first order of business. Go in, take a look at the website, navigate, find out what your path is. Maybe when you sign in, take a look at what projects are there. It'll be fun. But in any case, whenever you're ready, we'll schedule your first roll, your first speech. Yeah, but no pressure. I think first thing is just to get used to the fun, watch a couple of people do their roles, or you can go as far as you want to roll. We hope you can do that. I signed up today, I want to do a roll today. You don't have to do that. Some people wait for a year to do their first speech. I mean, I understand if you want to do that, but it's always necessary anything.
Really enjoyed it. But you're in level 3, I don't think
Okay, now we can like go around and chat serious business over. We need to finish up the oh yes.
At least now I can choose. After I'm still level 3, I can choose.
Your electives. What's the topic of conversation? Oh, the new pathway.
No, I really like Stephanie's speech. I'm so glad. I don't even see him speak.
Oh, he's never? He's done a lot of table topics though, I think.
But not a
full speech. Yeah.
And his demeanor and his wit is really good.
Yeah.
I like when he was
It's
like,
really clever.
how long did it take me?
Yeah, he's really humorous. Like he's got this dry, deadpan way of like dropping the punchlines.
Yeah, and then he's got like a little wry smile. It's good.
Yeah. Like it's almost sarcastic the way he drops it.
It's just so natural as well. But he doesn't try. I mean, I feel I have to try on the show because he is just.
I don't know. Like I feel like your style is more like the nervous chatting song. It's like, are people laughing? Oh, cool, no.
Is that? I don't know.
No, next one. Yeah, but you did really well. Did it take a long time to write that one? Because I could tell you really put a lot of effort into it. There was a lot of speech things. A lot more effort than your regular speech.
I don't know if you saw the one before this.
I don't know, I might have missed because I was on and off.
Rosanna evaluated me. I can't remember my speech before this speech.
The one, Yoda.
Yoda.
Oh yeah, that one. That was brilliant. Needed more development, but yeah. I think that one, the structure.
I always find the idea of I'm here to inspire. I'm here to detail. I'm here to inspire.
No, but
it's hard to.
Just insert a message, Charles. Can be funny, but just insert the message, the last message. I don't know. I think you came closer to that this speech. You find but then Jason said, I think maybe like you're getting used to all of us, and you're like, I'm not getting impressed.
I still fight against it because I'm not here to preach.
I've been thinking about your propositions for this. Is it all different compared to like? And I've actually told Ivan that one of the things
Teaching a weekend like I give a kids the activity daily. I talk very little.
And then we can.
Like this.
You don't entertain them or anything or make puns and jokes. I bet you like charge them a bit of money. And just run programs. Yeah. I'm her mentor, not by her choice. These are something to share. I was appointed. Yeah. So then maybe like concurrently there could be a toast. We'll go through a couple of things as a role, and if you feel like they're also we're not a right fit or you want to find that someone else can take it out loud, go for them. Yeah. So it's not permanent. This is just to get your bearings sorted. Yeah.
Did you get an email? You know when I signed you up again?
Yeah, but then. Yeah, but I have my moments back. It just depends on the speech. But
you're supposed to do a survey.
But we have like
I did a survey and I chose the part according to the survey.
And if we decide to do
You don't have to do it. You're going to
take
just
money out of that for the entire area, I guess we will funds will be 3 months. So, an idea for each payout.
But my survey told me
that's the thing where you need to have 5 meetings outside with the guidance.
after the survey, I think we always choose the part. The first 2 levels are everyone's the same. Level 3 becomes
Yeah, then like
First time in a long time.
Of course, you'll probably like replay the videos over and over again. I'm so jealous at people who can learn from during my time, I just focused on myself. I was like trying this secret, like if I repeat enough times, actually his intention is to show. Doesn't go
Have I done what I wanted to do in 2024? No. Well, I've been trying
And I think also other rap apparently, I think I was thinking too much of although jangan pakai Google Maps kan
Okay, I can do level 2.
In general, I can do but in general, it's basic in transition finance, marketing, or betul lah. But usually basic ini, basically kalau tadi cakap services planning ataupun design
Yeah, it is.
So mine is going to
Consistently.
when I was in
It's not a lot of research and marketing.
Yeah, a lot of project leads that you have to
Just do it. So that was originally from psychologist masuk arah advertising. So I don't know if you it's basically from in order for me to change get information about the problem, because I want to change this. I can apply right plan. Since you have a problem, correct.
Yeah, you better get going.
Next time I come and look for
I can give you the link of the YouTuber that I like. I can send them also the short
But you get to do that for
That's the reason why.
You're not going to do this speech.